Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut here with Mike Kelly. We're Real Estate Jerky Daily.
We is.
That's right. Why don't you tell us the numbers, sir?
Oh, it's going to be so fun.
You act like it
Look
is.
at that. 487 closed sales through March 15th. That's per day.
That's per day. I was going to say that state of
That would
California,
be
that's
suck
horrible.
if it was this whole state of California. 625 pending sales per day and 772 new listings per day. Look at that.
Yeah, it's about the same.
Yeah,
They're not happy.
It seems to always be the same.
They ask the same people. That's why.
Yeah, I think it is. It has been 12.5, 14.3.
It's been all these numbers. Yes. It's
for the last few weeks.
Ask
For
every
last
other
few months.
Yeah, ask two people. I think one of them will say listings will be up. Ask 10, 5 will.
Yeah. So
will prices be up?
These are more positive. The prices will be up is starting to go a little negative. It's still a positive number, but I mean, it's down from what it has recently been. So that's what's happening last week in the state of California with us realtors.
Not a lot of stuff going on
there.
And that's like today. We didn't have really major news today because it was all the other 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And today it's just like, oh.
How did the U.S. react after the conversation on, was it Wednesday or Tuesday?
Yeah, it was Wednesday when they came out. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, right now we're sitting at, the 10-year sitting at 4.23. I think whereas low today was 4.20. We're just floating right in this range. So we're pretty much open. Right where we are right now is where we opened. The mortgage-backed securities is only negative 1 basis points. The market was down a couple hundred points each. You know what I mean? It's all over the place.
Yep.
Depends on what's being said and everything else because everybody's so negative right now that Trump's going to make a mistake. And we already talked about that.
I think it's just the Democratic Party that's so negative. They're out there screaming because they're about to be caught, with their fingers in the cookie jar. So, and all their funds are going to start shriveling up and going away.
All right. So what really so FedEx flash warning signs. Did you hear this yesterday? So
no, what happened?
Or I should say this morning. Yesterday, bonds faded in the afternoon with the 10-year closing right at its 200-day moving average. That means what it's been over the last 200 days.
Yeah.
Forming what's called a bearish candle. It's a candle that has a bear in it. It's pretty cool. But this morning, bonds bounced back after FedEx cut its earning guidance for the third quarter in a row. Why does this matter? Well, FedEx is a major proxy for the broader economy. Everything has to be shipped.
Mm-hmm.
A slowdown here may be a canary in the coal mine. Wasn't that a song?
Yeah.
Was that from
the police saying that?
For weaker, and so what that is for weaker consumer demand. If Amazon or UPS follow suit, that could even be a stronger recessionary signal. So much easier for me to read today.
Yeah.
So basically what we're saying is what we've been saying, there's going to potentially be a recession, and no matter who took over, it was going to
happen.
Yes.
Kind of needed to happen.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. We
can't just keep spending, throwing money, printing money, going after it. Pretty soon a loaf of bread was going to be a wheelbarrow full of money.
Isn't it still?
Well, that's one of those tiny ones, those little gardenette wheelbarrows. It's not a big wheelbarrow.
It's not a big wheelbarrow.
Not like 1917 or 1915 in Germany.
Okay. So we talked about different things this week: housing starts, permits, construction labor. We talked about housing starts at 1.5 million, building permits at 1.4 million. I'm just reiterating this before I get into something else. New home sales are stable. Existing inventory remains low. Multifamily construction has a backlog. So if we talk, I want to talk about, they had articles talking about what to do about housing supply versus demand, household formation versus housing starts. Over the past 5 years, the formation data showed that, we are averaging about 1.8 million new households formed each year, and we need to build that mean. But however, we're only doing housing starts about 1.45 million. So that's a negative. You multiply it over 5 to 10 years, what we're talking about, that means we're millions of homes short. The number that they're working off of, these experts are saying we're between 1.5 million and 8 million units short nationwide.
That sounds like when I first became a realtor. Well, your home was worth either 150 or 12 million.
Yeah, it just depends on who comes in and wants it.
Yeah.
So I think we're more closer to 8 million because we keep adding to that. So What does that mean? So home prices are not going to freaking go away. They might slow down, have a little crunch here and there while all this stuff's figuring out, but at bottom line, they'll start outpacing again, and you're going to miss out.
Yeah.
So stop it.
So you'll have some states that are going to suffer a little bit, especially
Inventory.
Florida,
Insurance, yeah.
where you've got a third of the nation's market all in Florida, and the cost of insurance. So you'll see some prices drop there, I would imagine. But California for one, and probably most of the rest of the state is an upward trend.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah. So they had a housing policy reform, big conversations, bold ideas. This was a summit in DC, of course. And they had leaders, but I wasn't there. Thought leaders, developers, and policymakers. But I can't believe we weren't asked. We're a thought leader. And it's basically what's holding us back from building stuff. Well, there's the 5 L's.
What are those 5 L's?
No, I was just thinking I was gonna try to come up with a joke, but it's not working.
Oh,
5 L's are labor, lots, lending, lumber and materials. That sounds like they really had to push that one in there. Lumber and the materials to get that as an L. And then legal and regulatory costs.
So that's labor, where you got the L.
Yeah. Labor, we have ongoing shortages and aging skilled workforce.
Yep.
Lots, scarcity. Buildable land is very hard to find, especially in urban markets. Lending, tighter credit conditions, especially for small builders. Lumber and material, volatility in prices and supply chains. Legal costs, regulatory costs. Red tape is adding nearly $94,000 per home as of 2021. That's probably over 125.
And a lot of that is cash up front before you start to build.
Right.
It's expensive.
Zoning and code reforms is where our biggest problem is. The U.S. has 5 God, I can't talk today. 5 layers of
Just
building
today?
codes. Yeah, exactly. Compared to just 2 or 3 in Europe. Well, are they really building in Europe?
I don't know.
Some cities have 90 plus pages of residential zoning requirements compared to just a few for industrial.
Yeah.
In Colorado, that I'm talking about California, there are over 300 different building codes, and inspectors often interpret them differently.
Mm-hmm.
That is what our problem is. If you look at Utah, they consider that a state lead success. They have partnered with the state and to pass over 70 regulatory reform bills, ranging from reducing unnecessary bonding requirements to enforcing shot clock, to speed up permit processes, all that kind of stuff.
Smart.
Bottom line is we need to do so. Out of this thing, they're saying we need to do things better. We need to do things easier, faster.
Yeah.
And of course, California said no.
Maybe we should get on this maybe our podcast should talk to Governor Newsom's podcast and say, why no? Yeah.
I was practicing to be on his podcast. You like that?
It looked like he was powering up to take somebody out.
All right. That's pretty much, federal solutions. Basically donate land. Permits delayed more than 12 months. Add, figure ways to do things to get around all this stuff. Expand the GSE backed programs to better serve construction finance, such as construction to perm, accessory dwelling units. So most people don't understand. Accessory dwelling units, there isn't a loan for that except for a second mortgage.
Right.
They're talking about the GSEs that would be Fannie and Freddie should come out with programs for these. Construction to perm, they don't have one of those, but there are companies who have those.
Okay.
Support for manufacturer modular housing. They have manufacturer home is supported. Modular housing is just like regular stuff. So we had this conversation earlier today. And then they want to privatize the FHA 221D4 multi-family program. And you're going to say, what is that? I have no idea.
Yeah,
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
Explain this better.
Well, it's good to have standards. It's good to have a home built so it doesn't fall down in a windstorm. But I think we can scale a lot of this stuff down.
Yeah.
And the guff or the gruff up front, the washing of the hands, the greasing of the palms, all that stuff, because you create another government agency that needs to be paid before you're allowed to build it. It's got to go away. That happens. So there.
All right. So what is the 221D4 program? It's a federal loan program offered by HUD that helps finance the construction or substantial rehabilitation rehabilitation. Thank you. Okay, give me a drink. Well, of multi-family rental housing, like apartments, affordable for workforce housing. It's attracted to developers because it offers long-term fixed-rate financing. It includes both construction to permanent financing, one loan. It's non-recourse. What's the problem? The program is solid in theory, and practice can be very slow. Sounds like our government, bureaucratic and hard to navigate. Developers often deal with delays in approval, complicated, complex requirements, blah, blah, blah. What would privatization do? Make it better.
Yeah.
I don't have to read the rest of it. It'll just make it better.
It would just be better.
So there's things that basically that came out of the summit that they should do. The question is anything going to happen?
Yeah. No. Maybe.
Well, hopefully, I hope so. I think
I answered it 3 ways.
Yeah, we have. You answered it. Well, maybe no. I don't know.
I'm not wrong.
Correct. You are not, sir. All right. That's pretty much it. We didn't have much, and we tried to go over, and we did.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
We made it. We could talk about all kinds of other things, but I guess we're going to say peace out.
I guess what I should have did is started Instagram.
Oh,
that would have been good. He'll still go over there afterwards.
All right.
All right. That's all I have for today. Thank you for watching. We'll be back on Monday and have more news. And that's about it. Everybody make it a great day, and we'll talk to you on Monday.
Bye.
And, if you have nothing to do on Saturday, listen to our radio show.
Yeah. Or listen to it while you're doing something.
There you go.
All
right. Make it a great day.
Bye, kids.
Bye.